Good morning, everybody. Brian again. And we're coming in today to talk a little bit about both concealed and open carry. But first, I was surprised once again by, and I swear I'm turning into their personal channel, JB Holster Mods. John Brulette, JB Holster Mods, sent me this. This little guy is a brand new prototype. Because let's bear in mind, nowhere in the gun industry does a 1¼ inch concealed carry foamy belt hook exist. So John Brulette is attempting to make and trying out prototypes. He actually sent me a prototype. Okay, now I'm Joe Schmo nobody. All right, I'm not Brandon Herrera. Nobody's ever referred to me as Flannel Daddy. All right, I'm not some big internet gun celebrity. I don't have the biggest, most popular channel on YouTube. I, in fact, have less than 10 subscribers as of now. So to have one of these manufacturers actually send me a prototype, and I was just blown away. He's just, running around the house. Can't believe it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on. Now, unfortunately, John, this is not one of your holsters. Please don't hate me for it. I don't own any of yours yet for my EDC MR920L, but I'm going to put it on this. This, again, I carry concealed 5 days a week, wearing a suit. This is the holster that I use. So I'm going to put this on this. I'm going to field test it, and then next week I'm going to come back and give a review on this video. And yes, I'm going to send a link in case John isn't one of my 6 subscribers. And my tone on here is waving up and down on my lighting. I'm going to send him a link to my review, and we'll see how it goes. I am extremely excited about this. So, thank you so much, John, JB Holster Mods. I'm also going to put a link for JB Holster Mods in the description for this video. Excuse me. By all means, go in, check them out, see what they got to offer. I think you're going to find some really cool stuff. And maybe that'll be where my first Tier 2 holster comes from, and probably for my EDC pistol. So anyway, crime happens everywhere, and it's not getting better. Thank you, Bleeding Heart. Let's put them back out on the street, liberals. Soft on crime, yay, and wonder why shit's getting worse. Not just in the home. If you own a firearm and you keep it in your home for your personal self-defense, for your family's defense, for, let's be honest, the defense of your entire neighborhood, great. Good for you. I sincerely hope that you take that firearm, whether it's an indoor range, an outdoor range, if you got the backyard for it, I hate you, but love you for it. Take it out there, train with it, make sure that if that moment comes, you are proficient with that firearm and not inadvertently harming someone that doesn't need to be harmed. All right? Please, please. I cannot say enough about training, and I cannot stress it enough. Find the time. I absolutely hate hearing about, oh yeah, I've got a gun in the closet, it's been there 15 years just in case somebody breaks in. You ain't touched it in 15 years means you ain't trained with it in 15 years. Train with it. But know the local laws in your area, particularly when it comes to carry, because crime doesn't just happen in the home. We're not just talking about burglaries and break-ins and home invasions. We're talking about Carjackings, we're talking about. Granted, not a lot of bank robberies lately, but they do still happen. We're talking about convenience store robberies. We're talking about people being jacked on the street, broad daylight, in their own hometown. Wasn't too long ago, right down here at the mall, uh, some kids jumped an 80-year-old woman right inside the entrance to the mall, jacked her purse and ran off into a car. This is the world we're in today. And if you're not ready for it, maybe it's your kid that gets hurt. Maybe it's your wife that gets hurt. Maybe it's an 80-year-old woman that somebody should have been able to do something about it. Know the laws in your area. Know whether or not do they have concealed carry permits. If they do, great. Get a permit. Carry concealed. Train. Learn how to be effective and efficient with that firearm, carrying concealed, so that if something happens, you are ready to go. Case in point, Indiana, mall, gun-free zone, which is also where know the laws come in. Gun-free zone in Indiana is not law. He had every right to carry his firearm, and he did. But the criminals count on you not carrying a firearm. He counts on being the only one in the area with a firearm. And if you have one, you don't have a permit, you're not carrying one, he just won. How many countless other people would have died if not for the good guy also carrying a firearm? Being trained, being really well trained, and really well prepared. I mean, come on. Get an 8 out of 10, 40 yards, on the move, at a moving target. Dude, it doesn't get any better than that. If your state has open carry. I'm a huge advocate for open carry. I don't really understand a lot of the people that are not, but even in the gun communities, a lot of people are not advocates for open carry. They don't like constitutional carry. They don't like open carry. And I know all the arguments. The arguments are you've got a bunch of new people out there, no training at all. They've got guns. They are a danger to the community, and I could not agree more. So where does it start? It starts with the family and friends of the people that are thinking about buying a firearm. Hey, where are you going to train? Are you trained for it? Do you know what you're doing? If you buy it, where are you going to train at? Goes to the guy at the gun store. Yeah, this your first one? Hey, we got a great range over here. Save some ammo, go over here, start training, get familiarized with it. We got classes. And continue to push and continue to push. Train, 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 train. And if you think you're trained enough, you're not trained enough. I'm not trained enough. Nobody's trained enough. There's no such animal as trained enough. Continue to train. An argument for, the anti-open carry as well. You see a guy carrying a firearm, you don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. And that's true. You don't. But I'll tell you this. Bad guy with a firearm sticking out of his belt, I'm not worried about. Why? I can see you coming. The guy with the gun in his pocket, who's actually looking to do bad, that's the guy I got to worry about. The good guy with a firearm on his hip, you can see him coming. What are you worried about it for? Don't worry about that. Worry about the ones you don't see. And it's not about, a lot of people think it's about showing out. Oh, yeah, big tough guy with a firearm on your hip. Oh, you got a gun. All right, Tex. No. Look, first off, this ain't Texas. If you're in Texas, okay. Second off, it's not about showing everybody, hey, look, I own a gun. It's not about showing everybody, hey, look, I'm a tough guy. I got a gun on, see? What it is about, it's about showing people that, yes, I love my Constitution. I love my country. I love the rights and the freedoms that I have. And I'm willing to stand for them. I'm willing to advocate for them. I'm willing to live by them. But I'm also willing to let Joe Blow jackass bad guy out there know, look, you see firearms. You should probably not do something stupid because your brand of evil is not going to be tolerated around here. All right? Take that shit on down the road. Let me paint you a scenario. Joe Blow, jackass bad guy, wakes up in the morning. No money because he's a lazy son of a bitch and doesn't have a job. So he decides he's going to go get some money. Well, where's he going to get it from? Honest people. Just goes down to the convenience store. There's 3 or 4 people pumping gas outside. There's about 5 people inside. There's a clerk. Great. So he goes in, pulls his gun. Maybe he gets out of there without killing somebody, and maybe he doesn't. He robs the convenience store. Somebody outside sees it, maybe calls the cops. They show up in 10 or 15 minutes. He's long gone and able to continue to do it again, over and over and over. And how many times is he going to do it before he does kill somebody? And maybe that somebody is somebody related to you. Scenario 2. Joe Blow jackass bad guy wakes up in the morning, decides he needs a little dough because got to get that meth. Grabs his gun, drops it in his pocket, goes down to the convenience store, 3 or 4 people outside pumping gas. Wait, that one's got a gun. There's 5 people inside. Oh shit. That one's got a gun. That one's got a gun. Oh damn, the clerk's got a gun. Yeah. I'd like to buy a lottery ticket and then take my ass to the convenience store down the street where maybe not everybody's got a damn gun so I can rob the damn place. I wish I could find it. I really do. But a few years back in Virginia, there was a news story. And they were talking about the safest town in Virginia. No violent crimes. Let me say it again. No violent crimes. The occasional speeder, the occasional jaywalker, so what? No violent crimes. No robberies. No carjackings. No rapes. No murders. Do you know why? Because 94, 96% of that town openly carries a firearm. Bad guys don't want to see good guys with guns. Why do you think most of them avoid cops? And at the end of the day, whether you carry concealed, whether you carry open, whether you just keep a gun in the closet or under the bed at home, train, 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 train. Make sure you're trained with that firearm. Make sure that if that moment comes, God forbid, we all hope it doesn't, be prepared, be trained, know what you're doing with that firearm. Till next time, if you've got any comments, especially if you've got an argument against open carrying a firearm, please like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and leave a comment. Talk to you next week.